Hello, it's me, the ukulele teacher, and today I'm going to be making one of my most requested videos. It seems like every time I look at my YouTube comments, my Twitter, my Instagram, someone is always saying, please can you make a video showing us your ukulele collection? Well, today I'm going to be doing just that. So let's turn on the lights and let me show you around my ukulele closet. So what I'm going to do today is show you around my ukulele closet and show you each of my ukuleles, banjoleles, guitars, bass ukes, amplifiers, and just tell you a little bit about each of them. If you want to know about any of these ukuleles in greater depth, then check out my brand new website, grabyouruke.com, where I've written a little review of every single one of these ukuleles and put a link to where you can buy them. It's also my brand new ukulele blog where I answer any and all of your uke related questions. So if you haven't checked it out yet already, go to grabyouruke.com right now and bookmark it. So firstly, I'm going to start off with this little soprano ukulele. It's a nice brown uke and it came from First Act Music. I did a little sponsored video for them earlier in the year and I used all the cool stuff they sent me to make a cover of the 21 Pilots song Scream. And they were also cool enough to send me this little keyboard, which I also used making that cover. And talking of 21 Pilots, next to it I have another soprano ukulele, this time the limited edition 21 Pilots ukulele. Anyway, this is a really cool ukulele. It's a great soprano, it's a Kala uke, so it sounds awesome, but look at it. Etched onto it in, I guess it's laser engraved wood, is the 21 Pilots logo, and I really think this uke is about as cool as they come. She asked me, son, when I grow old, will you buy me a house of gold? And when your father turns to stone, will you take care of me? That's a limited edition ukulele and I don't think you can buy it anymore unless they make another run of them in the future. That ukulele was manufactured by Kala and now I am a Kala branded artist as well. And it means that I'm listed on their website alongside such other great stars as Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots. Not only that, but it also means that they send me some really cool ukes every single month. Sometimes I give them away and sometimes I get to keep them. The most recent uke they sent me was this travel tenor ukulele. It's a tenor uke, which means it's a bit bigger than all the other ukes that you'll see in my closet, but it's also a travel uke, which means it's barely 2 inches thick. It's also super light, and if you put it on the scales, you'll see that it weighs just 1 pound, and in fact, I can balance it on one finger. Ah, yeah, look, it's 1 pound. I can balance my ukulele on one finger. Woo! This should be a new Olympic sport, ukulele balancing. Ah, I don't want to drop it, I don't want to drop it, I don't want to drop it. Okay, there it is. The crazy thing about it is for some reason this ukulele is so loud. So even though it's really thin, it has a massive volume. I'll just play you a little bit right now. I'll just tune it up right now. So you see, even with a little bit of finger picking, it still makes a big old racket. And when you start to strum, neighbours beware, because this is one noisy uke. But I absolutely love it. And the cool thing is, not only did they send me this one, they also sent me this one, which means I get to keep one of them. Woohoo! So I'm going to keep this one in my closet, and this one is going to be given away to a member of my Patreon page at the end of the month. And talking of Win My Uke, last month Kala sent me this ukulele to give away. It's a Kala concert ukulele. And I did the prize draw on July the 26th last month. Now I do have to stress that if you guys don't get back to me within 30 days of me drawing the winner, then you might not get the ukulele that you won. I've sent the guy who won it 2 or 3 messages on Patreon. And Zachary, I'm begging you, please check your message, because if you don't reply to me in a couple of days, then this uke might not be going to you. At the moment, this ukulele is promised to Zachary, who won last month with my uke. But Guy, if you don't reply to the message, then I cannot guarantee that I'll be able to get you this ukulele. And that would be a real pity because it's super nice. If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning one of my future Kala ukes, then sign up now to patreon.com/uketeacher. I used this uke for the month of July and I did such cool songs on it as Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down, Never Gonna Run Around and Desert You. So if you don't want to be rickrolled, then sign up today to patreon.com/uketeacher. Behind me, I've got a bass ukulele, which was sent to me by Flight Music. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a bass ukulele before. It's basically like a bass guitar, it's just a lot smaller. So if you can play a bass guitar, then you can play a bass ukulele. Let's have a quick go on this one. This bass ukulele is super cool, and even though today I've just plucked it off the shelf and haven't plugged it in, if you do plug it into an amp, then basically you can play it as loud as you like and it'll sound pretty much exactly like an acoustic bass guitar. And as you can see at the moment, I'm kind of cramped for space, so until I get a bit more room, this will actually have to do in place of a bass guitar. Nonetheless, it's super cool and I've used it in a bunch of my videos, including cover versions and the lesson for Stand By Me. Next to my bass, I also have this banjolele, which was sent to me by some guys in New Zealand, who at the time were running a Kickstarter. Now I think that the uke is actually available for general sale. This is the Duke 10 banjolele. It's basically a cross between a banjo and a ukulele. It's tuned like a ukulele, but as you can hear, it sounds like a banjo. Anyway, it sounds super cool and I did a full demo of it a couple of months ago, so if you want to check it out, then watch that video. If we move the camera around just a little bit, you can see this is a long-necked soprano ukulele with a gloss finish, and this was sent to me by Carla just yesterday. They sent me one a couple of months ago and I played with it in a bunch of videos and absolutely fell in love with it, and then at the end of that month I gave it away in a Win My Uke video. But yesterday they sent me one for me to keep for myself and I'm absolutely over the moon. This uke is the soprano ukulele, so it's got that kind of tinny feel, but it's got a nice and long fretboard, so it's kind of similar to a concert in that respect, and it's got a gorgeous gloss finish, which looks very cool, although makes it quite difficult to film. And just above that, I have the brand new Populele ukulele, which is the world's first ever smart ukulele. I unboxed this just a couple of weeks ago and you've probably seen the video here. Basically, it's an LED fretboard and you link it to an app on your smartphone and the LEDs light up and down the fretboard in time with the music to show you exactly where to put the fingers on your left hand. But I will just tell you that this was a brand new one that they sent to me and it's very, very solidly built. It also came with this awesome tote bag for carrying it around, but I use that now to carry my percussion stuff. Okay, so let's swing the camera around and let me show you the other side of my ukulele collection. Firstly, along the bottom, I've got all my guitars. Firstly, I've got this awesome Fender guitar that was given to me as a Christmas present by my wife. It's great for getting your Hendrix on. I also have this one that was given to me by First Act Music. And this really nice Jasmine acoustic guitar, which I bought a couple of months ago and sadly I've hardly used, which is a real shame because it's an absolute beauty. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys might know by now, as I'm a wrestling fan, when this was reduced to $30, I couldn't resist but buy this Jeff Jarrett acoustic guitar. It's actually a pretty reasonable guitar, and if you want to see it in action, then check out my unboxing video here. Spending my day working hard on the go as the hands on the clock keep spinning too slow. I can't wait to be alone with my baby tonight. And I also have this red kind of flying V-type guitar that was also sent to me by First Act Music, and you'll have seen it in action in my 21 Pilots cover video. Even though it's designed as a first instrument for youngsters, it's actually a real and fully functioning guitar and it sounds pretty decent. So those are my guitars, but I've also got a couple of more ukes to show you, and I've saved the best for last. This one was sent to me by Flight Music a couple of years ago, and what I really loved about it is that it has a built-in tuner on the side, which until that point I had never seen on a ukulele. So basically, play the string, and it'll tell you if it's in tune or not. This one is a little bit flat, so let's sharpen it up. When the light turns green, it's in tune. Not only that, but it had a built-in preamp, which means you can plug it into an amplifier. And it had a really cool surfing pattern around the outside of the sound hole, like that. If you want to hear this uke in action, then check out my video that I played with Albert Mann on stage. And in fact, why not check out my other Albert Mann video as well? And while you're at it, why not just check out Albert Mann, because he's really good. And now we're getting to the really interesting and cool ukuleles in my collection. Up here is my junkyard ukulele. This was sent to me by a guy in Spain who follows me on Facebook. He sent me a message and said, hey, I make my own ukuleles out of crazy bits of scrap metal and paint them up so they're completely unique and one of a kind. This is the junkyard ukulele, and it's called Old Number 2, which means I think that it's the second one that he ever made. It's totally unique. You can still order ukuleles from him at junkyardukulele.com, and I absolutely love mine. It's one of a kind, and it's an electric ukulele. It still functions as an acoustic, but it is a bit quiet. But when you plug it into an amp, you can really rock out. I did a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit with it a couple of months ago, and it sounded awesome. Keith, if you're watching, thank you so much for this junkyard ukulele. I still love it to this day. And anyone else, if you're watching, then please check out his website and have a look for yourself. And next to that, I have another absolutely one-of-a-kind, unique ukulele. It's a cigar box ukulele, and it was made to me by a friend who lives just outside of Washington, DC. A couple of years ago, I went on a mini tour around the USA, and I put out a little video on YouTube, and I said, hey guys, I'm in the States. If anyone wants to hang out wherever you are, then drop me a message, and I'll do my best to come and meet you. And this guy invited me to his ukulele club, and then the next day we hung out at a street fair where he lived, where they had loads of cool live music and art stuff, and then he gave me this ukulele they'd made himself, and it really, really is cool. As you can see, the body is made out of a cigar box. The little fret markers are made up of crushed seashells. Every single one is completely unique. You can plug it in as well. Even though it's a one-of-a-kind, this uke might just be the most famous ukulele that I've ever had, because I got to play it at Abbey Road Studios with Mark Ronson a couple of years ago in a remake of Uptown Funk that we did for the Brit Awards. So despite all the YouTube videos and things that I've made over the years, this ukulele has probably actually been seen by more people than any other uke that I own. Go, do 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 do. Uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up. So this is a one-of-a-kind ukulele. It looks super cool and I absolutely love it. John, thank you so much for making me this ukulele. I will treasure it forever. I really, really am grateful for you. Thank you so much. And finally, as you might have seen in my recent unboxing video, I have this awesome oil can ukulele. I got it from ukelifeco.com, and you guys can get a 10% discount just by using the promo code UkeTeacher. And that applies not just on these cool oil can ukuleles, but also on anything on their website. Anyway, I did a full unboxing video of it recently, which you guys should check out if you haven't seen it yet, but this is one of my favourite ukes I've ever owned. It's got such a smooth and nice fretboard. The nickel wound strings are basically electric guitar strings. The oil can ukulele looks cool as anything, and it's also nice and solid, and it's got volume and tone controls for you to plug into your amp and have a great time on. So that should give you guys a great look at my entire ukulele collection. But remember, that collection is changing all the time. I get new ukes all the time, but I give ukes away all the time. If you want to be in with a chance of winning one of my ukuleles, sign up today to patreon.com/uketeacher to be entered into the monthly Win My Uke prize draws. If you want to find out anything else about any of these ukuleles, check out my new ukulele blog, grabyouruke.com, where I'm slowly but surely writing a review of every single uke that you can see in this closet. It's also basically a ukulele blog where you guys can ask me any of your ukulele questions and I'll do my best to answer them. I'll be back again soon with some more great lessons and videos for you. In the meantime, if you have any requests for future lessons, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I love you all and I wish you the best.